Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, January 9th, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I am worthy of the transformational power of this moment. And today, wow, we have some really strong energy. Going back to what I said yesterday, this is just continuing it. So yesterday we were aligning with passion. Today we're aligning our worth with that passion, as we have a whole bunch of connections with Pluto again. And those are starting the day off. We have Venus and the Sun, which are still conjunct in Capricorn, in the sign of Capricorn. They are conjunct with Pluto. Now, I always say anytime, like, they're one planet, it's noisy. It's like one child. And then you add another planet, and then suddenly it's like, noise cubed. It gets substantially noisier. Here we have 3 planets all together. So the noise, this power, this energy is very loud. It's very vibrant. It's definitely moving us. And anytime Pluto is in the game, there is potential for empowerment. So there is potential for empowerment when it comes to our solar energy, our yin solar energy, the solar energy, our path, our destiny, our soul blueprint in regards to the yin portion of us. So this is a strong recommendation from the universe to listen into your intuition, to look within to help drive you forward, drive you deeper into your purpose. Now, at the same time, we've been dealing with some strong yang energy as Mars and Jupiter have been hanging out. And the yang is not to be left out as we have Venus and Mars connecting today. Venus is sextiling Mars. So we have Venus in Capricorn. So our worthiness in regards to our purpose, our talents in regards to our purpose, connecting to Mars, action in regards to passion, action that is connected to that deeper Shakti energy, that drive from within. So we have them connecting, and they are connecting at 19 degrees. There's that 10 again. So it's remembering your worth first when it comes to your talents, when it comes to your gifts, when it comes to letting the beauty you love be what you do, and then taking that appropriate action. So that's really powerful. Hopefully it'll also be very balancing with the moon in Libra over the last few days and finishing up in Libra. We've been definitely working that energy of balance, but as Venus and Mars do connect, we still have to work that balance. Now I have interesting cards that I was looking at and I was like, oh, these kind of remind me of the Venus-Mars process. With these energies, with any energy really, anytime we're looking at an energy, we have an opportunity to embody and look at the lower or more dense energy or the higher vibrational energy. So the lower energy of Capricorn can be one of wearing masks. And so it's really important not to mask your yin. Don't mask your intuition. Don't mask your ability to flow. Don't mask your feelings. All of those energies are really important for getting you into the flow to help you be worthy of the transformational power of this moment. With Mars energy in Scorpio, Scorpio is the lightest light, the darkest dark. But one of the things with Scorpio energy is there's often a lot of emotions that need to be processed. So part of your action may be about processing some old emotional stuff that comes through. So if you find yourself today feeling emotive, that's going to be very powerful as part of your transformation process. So take off the masks, allow the emotions. That is transformation. That is ultimately your maturity, your wholeness, your balance, taking you into the action of this energy. Whew, so intense. So besides that energy going on, we do have the moon finishing up in Libra. So moon finishing up in Libra is like, I'm working on this balance. I'm trying to find this balance. I'm working on harmony. Remember that harmony starts within. Moon in Libra will oppose Uranus. So we've got strong Pluto energy, and now we have Uranus. These are my superpower agents of change. So change is in the air. Change is in the air. We are moving forward. Here's the awareness card, but that's the Chariot card. So we're moving forward. There may be some shakeups. That Uranus energy is like there's still things that have to go. There's still places where you're not honoring who you are, where you're wearing those masks, or you're not allowing the feelings to flow. So notice that. And if you have to have that little shakeup, again, allow the shakeup. The moon is also connecting to Mercury. Mercury is finishing up over the next few days in Sagittarius. So remember those lessons, about from December 10th through, or maybe, let's just say, December 1st through December 20th. Those last little bits of Saturn in Sagittarius. Mercury is now covering those degrees. So there may be some old beliefs, there may be some old stuff that needs to get, shaken out, that may be taking you off balance. Keep tuning yourself in, at least the first part of the day, into your balance. Are you feeling balanced? And if not, what's coming up that needs to be shook loose? Now, what I love is that we do have this strong sense of worthiness going through the day. This connection between the moon and Mercury is at 28 degrees, and that is that 10. So there we have that worthiness energy, again, driving us, helping us to find our inner 10 so that we can be that maturity energy. We can be in our wholeness. Wholeness equals holiness. All right, so we then have the moon shifting into Scorpio. Bring on the feels. Moon into Scorpio over these next few days is definitely going to take us deeper into the emotional process. It's going to be joining Mars and Jupiter already working the Scorpio process. So definitely some strong Scorpio energy. Be vigilant about your shadows. This is all part of the transformation process. I don't think that we get to really go through the transformation process without the vigilance of any of the shadows that come up. And it's not a bad thing. All you have to do is sit with them. And if you sit with them, they'll unwind themselves. I'm trained in a lot of different bodywork modalities. And among my favorite is like craniosacral therapy, somato emotion release. And there's this technique where you unwind. And basically just by holding the body, there's places that just suddenly allow the body to unwind these energies. I remember the first time it ever happened to me, physically having it done, my arm literally started moving as if it was by itself, unwinding who knows what from it. And I remember the first time I did it on somebody and I felt that. That's what I feel like this Scorpio energy is currently doing for us. Even though it may not be physical, I feel like it's unwinding these old processes that have kept us choosing the same road over and over again. I do have that in this card. So be very aware of what needs to unwind. And if it comes up, you don't even have to mentally process it. Just sit with it and see what happens when you allow it to unwind on its own. You may find yourself going through a really beautiful dance. So Moon in Scorpio, speaking of that beautiful dance, Moon in Scorpio will be connecting to Saturn. Show up for this energy. This is at 2 degrees. 2 degrees is that degree of nurturing. How are you showing up and nurturing yourself? This will drive you into your purpose, but you've got to face these shadows. The final connection of the day is the Sun connecting to Mars. So Mars, Venus, super strong energy. Sun sextiling Mars. Here we go. To me, this is like ready, set, go. Finally, after going through all these processes over these last couple days and this last week, first week of 2017, I don't know what yours was like. Mine was bananas. Anyway, the Sun sextile Mars, 19 degrees. You are worthy of taking the action. Just take these steps first. But here we go. Here is the Chariot. Here is the awareness card. This is a card. We are moving forward. But it's after this transformation action, and it's after we step into this next level of maturity, because there's always a next level of maturity to come. Let's finish up with the A-Game Akashic Tarot card. I'm going to read this because it's so amazing. 4 of Scrolls. It's always scrolls right now. Capricorn energy must be so scrolly. The Karmic Trench. In a field meant to be planted, a man, dirty from his efforts, stands knee-deep inside a long trench. The seeds wait to be planted, yet he continues to dig deeper and deeper. There are other rows plowed and ready for planting, but they are ignored. This card reveals the difficult pattern in your life, a pattern of self-defeating feelings. Unwind. thoughts and actions that you've brought forward from previous incarnations. You returned to this life with the intention of breaking this karmic pattern, but you got pulled into the old thoughts and behaviors. You've been digging yourself deeper into a karmic trench that gets harder and harder to escape. The pattern is not unknown to you. You recognize it in your relationships, your jobs, and certainly in your beliefs, behaviors, and responses. It's time to take charge of your karma by altering the inner ideas, feelings, patterns that cause you to make sabotaging choices. Every time you notice yourself making an old choice that digs you deeper into your karmic trench, you can change your mind and your actions. This will require your conscious effort every step of the way. Without such work, you could go lifetimes of burying yourself in the same feelings. But with your commitment to making changes every day, you can dig yourself out. And the Akashic force for this is take a moment to remember any old negative pattern that you know all too well, one that has kept you stuck. Close your eyes and breathe in the presence and power of your higher self. You will become stronger. You are filled with the will to step out of the mud, and you do, now and every time you fall into this pattern again. So, this is a really strong day, a really strong work day, should you accept the transformational power of this energy and realize you are worthy of this transformational power. You are worthy of this energy. So, that's it for today. Mom update, she's still not home, but hopefully, seemingly making good progress, getting lots of sleep, which she really, really, really needed. Believe me, one day I will be able to tell the stories, but for now, I am just still in it, working the trenches and working my process. Thank you, everybody, for your calls, messages, everything. It's really hard to get back to everybody, especially as I'm trying to help my mom, trying to work this process, trying to help myself through all of this. So don't be put off if I'm not able to reach out. And anybody who is booking readings or anything, we will set those up ASAP. So that's it for today. Book a reading. If you want to dive deeper into your personal chart, there is enough love in the world for you. And the better it gets, I promise. That is all for today. Namaste.